your daddy to help you open it. Oh, these ones are quite hard to see actually.
What's in there? What's in there?
What's in there?
Get it?
What's in there?
Oh, baby. Hi everyone, welcome back to day 2 of VLOGMAS. I hope you're all doing well. I'm just making myself a coffee. I'm just having my typical go-to pre-gym breakfast, which is a slice of really buttery sourdough toast and a nice big coffee to get me going because I'm so tired this morning. I had one of those mornings this morning of sitting on the sofa and nah, I'm not going to go to the gym this morning. I'm just going to put the Christmas tree lights on and just snuggle on the sofa, but I really do need to try and stick into a routine going into Christmas because otherwise by the time January comes around it's just going to be 10 times harder. So I'm going to make a promise to myself to try and stay at least a little bit in routine, at least going to the gym once or twice a week, just so I don't completely get out of the swing of things. But obviously it's Christmas, so we're going easy on ourselves. I'm going to make myself, should I go for caramel or hazelnut? I'm thinking let's go caramel this morning. That's my biggest decision of the day. I've actually been making my coffees in my Smeg milk frother. I go through stages of being in and out of love with this thing. I love it one minute and then I'm I put it away in the cupboard. I usually put it away in the spring, summer when I don't use it as much. And then when I've got it out on the side for hot chocolates anyway, that's usually when I'll put my coffee in it. But if you put your coffee, so I just put a splash of milk in here just to top it up. In here I've just got my coffee powder and my syrup and a splash of milk, and I just like to dissolve it before chucking it in the milk frother because this Smeg milk frother, I do like it. The only thing I'll say about it though is it gets really easily clogged. So if I'm making a hot chocolate with we've had Noops that do it's like hotel chocolate when it's actually shavings of real chocolate. It's really temperamental in these, even though it's meant to make hot chocolates. It can get clogged really easily, so I like to just dissolve my coffee before I put it in there, and then I whack it in. And there's just something, someone actually told me over on TikTok ages ago, and I just agree with it completely, but when you put your coffee and the syrup into the milk frother, it just tastes so much better, because what I was doing before was just frothing my milk and then pouring it onto my coffee rather than frothing it all together. And it just completely transforms it. And what I like about this Smeg frother as well is it's got so many different settings on it. So it's got hot really foamy, hot kind of foamy, and then it's got iced really foamy, iced kind of foamy, and then it's got the hot chocolate setting. So it is really good. You can do so many different things with it. I'm going to do iced really foamy for my iced coffee. Yesterday I went to make one and I was gutted. It actually set my morning off to a really bad start. But I basically chucked it all in there, got it ready. I was setting my ice machine up, had my ice going, went to pour it over my ice, and I'd accidentally clicked the hot frother. I've just left it on there since my hot chocolate the night before. So yeah, that wasn't ideal. It's on the right one this morning. So yeah, I'm going to have my coffee. I've got my little chocolates here from Lola's advent calendar. These are so cute. Look, I thought these would be the cutest on top of my little hot chocolates, so I've kept them to one side to put on top of my cream and stuff. Look, there's a little angel. But she's so funny with that advent calendar. That was such a good idea for me. I'm so glad that I actually managed to get her on, because already this morning, I'll show you the text I received from Sam at 7:30 this morning when I was snoozing my alarm, I don't want to get up. And this is what I received. She was literally sat waiting at her advent calendar, so I ran downstairs when he sent me that, and it's just the cutest thing. She's the cutest little thing ever. So yeah, I'm going to have my coffee and I have my toast. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do legs today. Get legs out of the day for a month. Can I talk this morning? Get legs out the way for the week, start Monday off right, and then come back, and I'm going to do a bit of wrapping because we've got all those hampers and I want to wrap all of those up. And there's a few little bits, and I've said on here before, I'm like doing my wrapping as and when it comes, because I feel like last year I got a bit overwhelmed with the wrapping and I spent like 2 days solid just sat on my floor wrapping, and by the end of it I was literally like, oh, my back was in absolute bits. So I'm just doing it in like small bursts, and I also find it more enjoyable that way, because I do enjoy the process of wrapping and like making it look all pretty, but I definitely need to do it in short bursts. That is what works best for me. Look how frothy it goes. It's literally like, do you remember the whipped coffees from Costa from the summer? It's literally like that. So good. Excuse the big basket of washing in the background that I am yet to put away. That is my next job, but I've actually done quite a good job of keeping on top of this dressing room since my last little clear out, which I'm very pleased about, because I think that's probably a first from me. But just had a shower, I've done my skincare, I took Lola out for a nice walk. I've really been trying to start being a little bit more present, because I'm like becoming very aware of my very apparent phone addiction, and it's actually starting to become a problem. I had the notification come up on my phone today, you know, when it tells you your, also excuse my greasy hair, it is pending a wash, but I'm just going to do a slick back today and probably wash it tomorrow. But yeah, I had my notification pop up when I was in the gym of my like weekly screen time report, and it said last week you averaged 8 hours and 7 minutes of screen time a day, and that's a full-time job. I know this is the problem that I like have with this, because obviously it is my job, and even though like to most I'll look like I'm just like chilling on the sofa scrolling on my phone, all of my work is done either on a laptop or on a phone. I know I'm trying to excuse myself here because that still is an obscene amount of screen time, but I'm in this place at the moment where I work on my phone, I chill on my phone, like most parts of the day I'm on my phone. I open my eyes, I'm straight on my phone, so I really am trying to like rein it in a bit, and I am looking for some like hobbies to do that doesn't involve being on my phone. I've seen everyone getting into their colouring, and as much as that tempts me, I just feel like that isn't enough to keep me like occupied. I have this real short attention span, which I think also has come from my phone addiction, like TikTok addiction. Like my attention span is just so non-existent, and I've just got this image in my head of me starting these colouring pages and just never finishing them. I am going to give it a go though, I think. I also want to get into my painting, because I used to love painting. If you don't know, I did an art diploma, like A-level equivalent, and it was just art, and we did like different modules. So I did like a drawing module, a painting module, a sculpture module, textiles. We like covered most ground in art, and I just absolutely loved that so much. But I did really love painting, and I used to paint even like a few years ago, like as a bit of a hobby. I did my dad for his birthday one year, I think probably like 3 or 4 years ago, I did him a huge canvas painting of his French bulldog. So it is something that I've just always really enjoyed. So I'm thinking when the weather starts to get a little bit nicer, of going into our garage, having the door open and getting like an easel and like doing some canvases again. But I was explaining to Sam, like, this is what I struggle with, unless I've got like a reason. So when I'm at college, obviously you get briefs, you get topics that you base your paintings and your art around. But without that sort of like prompt, I'm just like, what the hell do I paint? Like, I really struggle for like inspiration, and if I haven't got like a reason to be doing it, if that makes sense, I just really struggle with knowing where to start. Like, I used to really enjoy getting a brief at college and like getting stuck into the research, and then obviously like you do your inspiration pages and you kind of like go on from there, and it's like a full journey. But I think if I'm just like painting because I want to paint, it's just going to be a different thing. So I need to sort of like get into that, but I really want to start looking into some like hobbies. But I am quite artsy crafty, so I am thinking about doing something along those lines. If you've got any suggestions, let me know. If anyone's into some hobbies that doesn't involve phones or laptops, let me know. We also saw into this like the same topic yesterday. We were driving through this gorgeous village, and this girl, or this young girl, she was probably like early 20s, late teens, she was on this gorgeous horse. Like, I've always wanted to go horse riding. That's another hobby that I really want to get into. I always say to Sam, when I'm retired, my dream is to have like a stables with a horse and like get into my horse era. But yeah, anyway, we saw this girl on this gorgeous horse, and she was riding through this beautiful like country village, and it was just such a nice like crisp day, and I just thought, that is the dream. And she was sat there scrolling on her phone, and I just said to Sam, like, it's so sad now, like people just aren't, and this is me included, I'm including myself in this, like people just aren't present anymore. Like, even when I go for walks sometimes, I catch myself just like scrolling on my phone, and I'm like, enjoy the moment, like enjoy your walk, enjoy being outside. Like, you can sit on your phone when you're at home, like take in the moment. So I've really been trying to, when I'm walking Lola, I've been really trying to like leave my phone at home so it's not there for me to go on, because otherwise I will just start like going on my emails, scrolling, like doing little admin bits, and I'm like, no, this is my time to be out, to be walking with Lola. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm working on at the moment, which is obviously hard at the moment because I am doing Vlogmas on here and over on TikTok, so it is a lot of screen time. But I'm trying to like separate my work from like my downtime, because that in this line of work is like a very blurred line. Like, there's no day and night difference. Like, when I'm working, and I'm obviously very blessed because I have one of those jobs where it's like I love it so much and it like fits so seamlessly into my life anyway that it doesn't even feel like work. But with that does come like some cons. Like, I never really feel like I get that sort of like, right, finish work for the day, let's chill, like, because I'll just be sat on my phone scrolling, and it's just like in the same area, if that makes sense. So yeah, I want to try and find some hobbies. Maybe that's a fun thing that we could do this Vlogmas, like go on the journey of trying to find a fun little hobby. I have also got Sam's mum's sewing machine downstairs. I'm borrowing her sewing machine because I did used to have a sewing machine a couple of years ago, but I sold it. But I've got a big bag there of my nan's jumpers, and it's a very sensitive thing, that is, because the last time, the one and only time that I've gone in that bag of jumpers when my mum bought it up for me, I just sat and sobbed. Like, they still smell of her so much, and she was just a knitwear queen. Like, she was like me, she loved to knit a jumper, so like that bag of jumpers is just so her. Like, I so vividly remember her wearing every single one of them, and like when I was smelling them, it was literally like I was giving her a hug again. So I'm quite nervous about doing this, but the plan of action is, I don't know who watches my videos in my family and friends, so I don't know if I'm gonna say too much. I feel like I might have just given it away, but I'm doing a project involving a sewing machine and Nan's jumpers, and I'm going to give them as Christmas gifts. So yeah, that's going to be good, but that is something that I'm a bit nervous about. So that's going to be another little hobby that I can get into, and if I get into sewing again, I might even treat myself to a sewing machine, because I feel like that's a fun thing to do. And also, I really struggle with like the fit of my clothes, so I would love to learn how to alter clothes to fit me better. So that's another thing I'm thinking about. So yeah, in this Vlogmas, we might be looking into hobbies, adult hobbies, which is just like completely new ground for me, because I'm not a hobby person. Like, Sam has loads of hobbies. I never have, even as a kid. I don't really remember having like a standout hobby. So yeah, if you've got any, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to try some new bits out. Maybe we can go to Hobbycraft and see if there's any like fun little crafty bits that we could do there. And hopefully this Vlogmas we can find something that we enjoy, and hopefully aim to lower that screen time, because that is actually sickening. I've also just stood up, looked in the mirror and realised I've got all crusty white deodorant marks on my top, so sorry about that. For that whole chatty clip you were probably looking at my crusty dusty top. I'm going to go and damp flannel it now. I hate that when you put a black top on and you just put deodorant on. I never learnt that the deodorant needs to be dry before you try and drag the top off. Okay, this is really random, but I've not stopped thinking about the flakes that we bought in the food shop yesterday, because I was like, the only thing that my hot chocolates are missing is like a flake in the top with the whipped cream. So am I about to make an all-out hot chocolate at 1:45 in the afternoon? Yeah, I am, because I'm like craving it. And I also want to make a start on wrapping some of the hamper bits that we picked up yesterday, because they're pretty much done. We just want to get a couple of little tiny more bits to put in them. Like we want to get some dog treats, because like Sam's mum and dad have a dog and one of his sisters has a dog, so has 2 dogs. So I think it would be cute to just like include something for them in the hamper. So I'm going to start wrapping those just so that tomorrow, because I'm planning on popping out tomorrow if my next delivery is in next, which I really hope it is, because I'm going to start to get a bit moody and a bit Karen-y if it's not, because I specified the day yesterday. And I thought, like, if you've driven, like, I picked in-store collection because I just thought it would be easier. I gave it was like, it was like 7 or 8 days that I ordered it. So I thought that would be enough time to go and pick it up. So yeah, I'm hoping that it's going to be ready tomorrow. And then I'm going to pick up those last bits so we can finish those hampers off. So yeah, I just thought I'd make a start on the wrapping of the bits that are going in the hampers, because I said yesterday I'm going to wrap everything up individually, which might be a bit extra, but I just feel like that's the thing to do with an adult hamper, because adults don't get that many presents, so I feel like it just longs it out a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to make a nice hot chocolate, I'm going to light my neon Christmas candle, and we're going to get some of the wrapping done and have like a cozy little wrapping sesh. I wasn't 100% sure on this hot chocolate at first. I think Sam convinced me not to like it because he said that it didn't taste like the flavours that were on there. We've got the marshmallow one and we've got the salted caramel one. But I love these. They have grown on me. I think they're so creamy, especially when you do them in like a milk frother. I picked this up from Home Sense and I just love the little jars. I think they're so cute. Look how cute that is. I've just stuck some of the little advent chocolates in there. My mouth is literally watering looking at this. I was debating, do I do the half flake? Just do the whole flake? I just shoved the whole flake in and then put some extra chocolate, and the hot chocolate literally goes up to there. So there's about this much cream. There's as much cream as there is hot chocolate. So I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this. Right, I've got my hot choc. I was actually just expecting a parcel. I literally saw the delivery guy pull up, have my parcels in his hand, and he just walked straight to my neighbour's house and gave them to her. So I have no idea what was going on there. I've just knocked there, but they have a little baby, so I don't think they were able to answer the door. But I was just like, my car's on my drive, like why have you just delivered my, and it's on ASOS, so I know my details are right on there, which is just weird. But I ordered myself some trainers and I treated myself to a couple of clothy bits because I had a huge clear out and I actually managed to sell quite a lot of my vintage. So I always do that if I want to buy some new bits, like especially if you're going into a new season, like I like to just have a bit of a refresh, but I'll only treat myself to some new bits once I've sold some old stuff. So I've used like some of the money that I've raised on my Vinted to treat myself to some new clothes, and it's from a new brand, so I'm really excited. I'll show you, I'll give you a haul and stuff, because it's a few like jumper dresses and just some new little bits for like the winter season. We're going away for New Year's Eve with our friends. Nothing crazy, like we're staying in a little cabin, which will be really nice, but I just wanted some new fresh pieces for like over Christmas and New Year. So I'll show you those when they eventually make their way to my house. But I'm going to sit now and do a bit of wrapping. I don't know if I've showed you the wrapping paper. Obviously I've showed you the presents wrapped under the tree, but because I started doing like a few Christmassy bits in my weekly vlogs before Vlogmas actually started, I can't remember what I've showed you and what I haven't. But I just picked up this set from B&M. It's got these four. I'm not keen on these ones. This one is the kids wrapping paper for the kids in the family, just so I know that that's for them. And I thought they're not going to be bothered about like neutral, minimalist, gold, champagne wrapping paper. They're not going to be bothered. They're just going to be bothered about ripping the paper open and getting inside it. So the kids have got this one, and then I'm not that keen on that one either. I just wanted these two. I really like this like brush goldy colour, and then this one I thought was pretty. Obviously they go together really nicely. And then I got this one, which is my absolute favourite, again from B&M. I just got these like a couple of weeks ago, but when I picked them up, there really wasn't that much choice in B&M. And I remember last year there being so many nice pretty ones, and I feel like it just went off the shelves really quickly this year. So this is my fave one. It's got the cutest little gold trees on, and it's like a textured, and it's really nice and thick. You can't really see through it, which is good. And then I've just got like some ribbon sets. I've nearly used all of the ribbons in here. This set was from B&M. It's an absolute state. This is after Sam's wrapped my present. He said he tried to wrap a ribbon around it, but there wasn't enough on it. And I think it came with 4 ribbons. I've got the boucle one, the big black velvet one that came with it, and then these two that I haven't used yet. This one obviously goes nicely with that paper, but they only do like 1 present. Obviously they do 2 smaller presents, but like just like a medium sized box, it was only doing 1, like once you wrapped it and tied it. So obviously I saved these for like the main presents. And then I've just got some little tags. This is all from B&M. This wrapping bag is an absolute mess. I thought these were really cute, and they went with the paper that we've got. And then I've been loving these this year, stickers instead of like gift tags for everything, because I do stockings. There's like loads of like little tiny presents under the tree this year. Before I actually put them in the stocking, I like to just have them under the tree. So what I've been doing is just using these stickers rather than like getting ribbon out and tags and like tying them on. I've just been writing the names and then putting the stickers on, and it's just so much easier. These were also from B&M, £1.50 for 100 sticker tags, which I thought was really good. And these are really good for like kids presents as well. As I was saying, they're not bothered about ribbon or tags or anything like that, so just whack the name on it and then whack the sticker on and you're done. And then I think in those wrapping kits you actually got, yeah, it shows you here actually, you actually got some like little tiny ribbony bits and tags in here as well. So I didn't really need to get all those extra tags, but yeah, that's the wrapping stuff this year. I'm going to get on now and start wrapping the hamper bits, and hopefully my parcel will turn up and I can show you what I ordered. I've just lit my neon Christmas candle. I lit this for the first time a couple of days ago when I was having like a nice cozy bath. It's the Christmas Wish candle from Neon, and I'm loving it so much. It's like a really unique Christmas scent. It's really sort of like botanical, fresh. I really love it. It's like, I feel like Neon, I've said this before, I feel like Neon is kind of like Jo Malone for their fragrances, in the sense that they're really unique, and I feel like when you smell a Neon fragrance you can really tell it's Neon. Like it just really stands out from anything else that you've smelled. So I've got this lit, I've turned on all the cozy lights, and I'm going to get stuck into some wrapping. I'm going to put a Christmas film on. I actually mentioned the other day in one of my TikTok vlogs that my back aches when I do back wrapping, and I've just said it on here today that like that's why I'm doing it in stages. And people were like, why don't you just sit at your table and wrap? Or like a couple of people actually suggested this, which I thought was such a clever idea, and they said use an ironing board to wrap on, and I feel like I might try that. Not today though, because I love sitting in the living room with the tree lights on. Like we have got a tree in the kitchen, but I just feel like it's not the same, and I love to put like a Christmas film on in the background. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Something just like a bright blue plastic bag just flew past my window and scared the absolute crap out of me. I didn't know what that was, but yeah, I'm gonna get cozy and do some wrapping. Okay, it's now a bit later on. I've not managed to get my parcel yet, so I'm gonna do a haul tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're either gonna head into town, if I can, if my order's arrived at Next. If it hasn't, then I'm not sure what we're going to do, but if it does arrive, we're going to have a bit of a shop day, and hopefully I can give you like a haul and a try on of my new bits that I ordered. Fingers crossed if I can get it tonight. But thank you so much as always for being here and for spending day 2 of Vlogmas with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.